A group of people from Tulsa's First Baptist Church went on a mission trip to the Philippines to help girls rescued from sex trafficking and abuse.
We've been bringing you a series of reports from Tulsa's investigative reporter Jana Clark, who went back with the team to see the girls. She tells us what has changed and shows us the bigger picture. It's her FOX23 investigation.
Here's the Tulsa team I went with to the Philippines. We knew it would be rewarding, but tough, to help girls who have been through terrible situations. I took my GoPro and my phone so I could capture what we experienced. A team of 15 from Tulsa's First Baptist Church checked our bags at the airport. We flew more than 20 hours, and we finally landed in the Philippines. Once we loaded up our bags, we drove through the crowded city to the girls' home. I came back to see the girls with my mom, Sandy.
They come running out to greet us. They're all full of smiles and they're all full of hugs, and they're just excited.
And I brought my 14-year-old daughter, Claire.
Some of them I met for the first time when they ran up and hugged me.
I'm happy because you are here.
Darlene Robbins and Heidi Alley also met the girls for the first time.
The girls welcomed me just like they did everybody else. There's no awkwardness at all.
This village is called the Butterfly Project, a faith-based program run by the nonprofit First Love International. More than 50 girls live here. This is Eli Ingram's 8th trip.
What is it that draws you here again and again each year?
The joy of the girls have. I mean, they've come from such terrible situations, and I can feel God's presence here because they're happy.
While we're talking, I can hear them right now, and they're singing and dancing.
I don't think I'd ever be able to sing or dance with what they've been through without God.
Eli brought his sister and his 16-year-old daughter, Sophie.
How special is it for you to be able to get to come here with your family?
I can't even tell you how important it is to me.
The first time he came to the Philippines, Eli met a girl with a heartbreaking story.
She had been being raped from the time she was 9 until she got pregnant with this child, and she was 13. And I, at that time, had a daughter who was 9, and I just couldn't imagine. It was very moving.
My dad doesn't get emotional a lot, but he's gotten emotional talking about these girls.
Since they retired, Tim and Carol Berger made the girls' home their mission.
My wife and I had 3 daughters, and we protected them, guided them, directed them. So I look at these girls, every man and every woman in their life, for the most part, has betrayed them. So I think it's important for them to see a couple that might be how it should be.
It's just good for them to know there are good relationships out there and that they have the possibility of having the same thing.
Every single girl who lives here has been rescued from sex trafficking or abuse.
Horrible things that little girls should never have to deal with.
Some of the girls here are 5 years old. It's really awful to think about.
That tears your heart out for all of them.
Do they ever share what they've been through?
Sometimes it's really hard to listen to.
I feel like because they know us better, they started talking deeper to us immediately.
Sometimes the girls tell us about going to court to testify against their perpetrators. It can even be their own parents who sold them into trafficking or exploited them on the internet.
They've got to go to court and see that justice is served against whoever abused them.
And sometimes those cases can go on a really long time.
Yeah, ridiculous amount of time.
Like months, years?
Years.
Once their court cases are over, I wondered if girls could be adopted. I asked Assistant Director Marianne Nerval.
What about all these girls? Can they be adopted?
Not all of the girls under our care are for adoption.
Marianne says in the Philippines, even if the court finds parents unfit, the parents must still agree to give up their rights. And that does happen. I found out that a few of the girls in the home are getting adopted. This 7-year-old and this 11-year-old already found families. One will live in the United States and the other one in Canada. And this 8-year-old's paperwork is almost ready for her to be adopted too. Right after I flew back to Tulsa, I got a message from Marianne, the assistant director at the girls' home. The family from the U.S. just came to the village to pick up the 7-year-old girl. Here's the photo of her with her new family. To give them privacy, I'm not showing their faces. She got adopted, But still, more than 50 girls in the home need so many things. Coming up, I'll show you what our team did. Covering news that matters, Jana Clark, Fox 23 News.